A study from the University of Pennsylvania found that people with a positive mindset are 31% more productive, 40% more likely to get promoted, and 23% less stressed. Meanwhile, negative people are, 100% more likely to ruin the group chat. So today we are talking about the people who refuse to let negativity write their story, the ones who turned setbacks into fuel, pressure into purpose, and challenges into chapters of greatness. This is episode 2 of the Power of Positivity series, and trust me, this one is electric. Now, welcome back to JengaPod, the series of Power of Positivity, and I'm your host, Godwin Silayo, and today we are diving into the real-life stories, the legends who used positivity not as a personality trait, but as a strategy. This episode is designed for you to play while driving, cooking, gymming, cleaning, pretending to work while your boss walks by. But before we jump in, make sure you like this episode and share it with someone who needs a mindset shift. And stream JengaPod on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Amazon Music. Awesome, let's get into it. Now, the first story is going to be a story of Michael Jordan, who used the power of positive fuel. Now, everyone knows Michael Jordan as the GOAT, except maybe for a few, one or two people out there will always debate about this. But anyway, so Michael Jordan, before the championships, before the sneakers, before the global icon, he was just a kid who didn't make his high school varsity team. Imagine being Michael Jordan and not making the team. That's like Beyonce being told she cannot sing in the school choir. Now, what happened to Jordan? After being told that he didn't make his high school varsity team, he went home, he cried in his room, and then made a decision that changed his life. He said, "I'm going to work so hard that they will regret ever doubting me." Now, that is positivity. Not the smile through the pain kind, but the fuel kind. Jordan positivity looked like this. He trained every day like someone was trying to steal his future. He visualized success long before he achieved it. He believed he could be great even when the evidence said otherwise. He used rejection as motivation, not as a label. Jordan didn't say, "I'm not good enough." He said, "I'm not good enough yet." That one word, "yet," is the language of positivity. And you and I can embrace that when we feel inadequate, or when circumstances deem us insufficient or inadequate, or unqualified in that essence. So what is the psychology behind it? People who adopt a growth mindset, they believe that they can improve. They show higher resilience. They have better performance. They are more creative, and they are less stressed. Now, Jordan was not born positive. He chose positivity as a strategy, and that choice built a legend. Now, why did I choose this story? Jordan, being born in 1963, he led the Chicago Bulls to 6 NBA championships, winning 6 finals MVP awards and 5 regular season MVPs. He dominated with 10 scoring titles and the highest career scoring average in NBA history. His incredible work ethic and ability to turn failures into fuel made him a global icon. He didn't just play basketball. He transformed the sport and inspired millions with his famous words, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeeded." Now today, Jordan, at 63 years old, he continues to win off the court with a net worth of over $4 billion. He's a successful businessman, minority owner of the Charlotte Hornets, co-owner of the NASCAR Team 23XI Racing, and a partner in major brands like Nike's Air Jordan and his tequila company Cincoro. He also gives back through doing significant donations, supporting education, health, and racial equality. Michael Jordan's journey shows us that no matter how many times you fall, staying positive, working relentlessly, and believing in yourself can lead to extraordinary success, both on and off the field. Now, if this is speaking to you, pause for a second and like this episode. It helps more people find JengaPod, and it tells the algorithm that this message matters. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast, hit a follow so you never miss an episode. Awesome, let's keep going. So that was all about Michael Jordan. Let's look at the second person, story number 2. Kobe Bryant, positivity as discipline. Kobe Bryant had what psychologists call optimistic persistence, the belief that effort will always produce results. But Kobe's version was intense. There's a famous story. Kobe finished a game at 10 p.m. At 2 a.m., he was in the gym. At 7 a.m., his trainer arrived and found Kobe still shooting. The trainer asked, "When did you leave?" Kobe said, "I never left." Now, that is not positivity. That is borderline spiritual warfare. But here's the thing. Kobe wasn't just working hard. He was working positively. Kobe's positivity wasn't soft. It was disciplined. He believed every challenge was an opportunity. He saw pressure as a privilege. He treated failure as feedback. He embraced discomfort as a teacher. He believed he could outwork any obstacle. Now, Kobe once said, "Everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity for me to rise." And now, that is positivity with a backbone, positivity with a work ethic, positivity with a mission. Guess what? Meanwhile, some of us get discouraged because our phone battery hits 20%. While Kobe was out there training like the sun owed him money. So why did I decide to share about Kobe? Kobe Bryant was a 5-time NBA champion with LA Lakers, a 2-time Finals MVP, and one of the most dominant scorers and clutch performers in basketball history. Through his relentless positivity and disciplined mindset, he turned every challenge into fuel, rising to become a global icon of excellence and mental toughness. His story proves that staying positive with unbreakable work ethic can create legendary success on and off the court. Awesome. So that was all about Kobe Bryant. Hopefully you got inspired by that. Now, let's hop into story number 3. Dale Carnegie, positivity as reinvention. This one is actually my favorite. Before Dale Carnegie became the author of How to Win Friends and Influence People, he was a poor farm boy from Missouri. He wasn't born confident, he wasn't born charismatic, he wasn't born successful, he built himself. Carnegie's failed repeatedly. He failed as a salesman, he failed as an actor, he failed as a speaker. He was broke, he was insecure, and he was unsure of his future. But instead of giving up, he asked one more powerful question. What can I learn from this? That question changed everything. Carnegie's positivity was practical. He studied human behavior. He practiced communication until it became natural. He turned every failure into a lesson. He believed people could change, including himself. He used positivity to build confidence, influence, and success. Carnegie's entire philosophy was built on one idea. You become what you think about. And he proved it. Imagine failing at everything and then becoming the guy who teaches the world how to succeed. That's the power of positive mindset with a little of stubbornness or doggedness. So, why did I decide to share about Dale Carnegie? Dale Carnegie rose from a poor Missouri farm boy to become one of the most influential self-help authors of all time. His book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, has sold over 30 million copies and continues to shape leaders, communicators, and everyday people worldwide. Through relentless positivity and practical self-improvement, he turned his repeated failures into a lifetime of success, proving that anyone can build confidence, influence, and a better life with the right mindset. That was all about Dale Carnegie. Now, if this is speaking to you already, pause for a second and like this episode. It helps more people find JengaPod, and it tells the algorithm that this message matters. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, hit a follow so you never miss an episode. Awesome. Let's keep going. So what do these 3 people teach us today? 3 people from different backgrounds, different worlds, different eras, but the same truth. Positivity is a strategy, a mindset, a decision, a weapon. Jordan used positivity to fuel his work ethic. Kobe used positivity to dominate pressure. Carnegie used positivity to reinvent himself. None of them had perfect lives. None of them had easy path, but all of them had the same belief. My mindset will determine my outcome. So you might ask me, what's the psychology behind their success? Research shows that positive people recover from setbacks faster, think more creatively, make better decisions, build stronger relationships, persist longer under pressure, experience less stress, have higher emotional intelligence. Positivity literally rewires your brain. It increases your dopamine, improves focus, it boosts motivation, and strengthens resilience. Negativity, on the other side, it shuts you down, while positivity opens you up. Now, here's your reminder. If this is speaking to you, pause for a second and like this episode. It helps more people find JengaPod, and it tells the algorithm that this message matters. And if you are listening on Spotify or Apple Podcast, hit a follow so you never miss an episode. Awesome, let's keep going. So, let us be honest here. Some of us lose motivation because we didn't get enough likes on a post. I'm also one of those people, by the way. Meanwhile, Jordan was training like someone stole his future. Kobe was waking up at 2 a.m. like sleep was optional. Carnegie was reinventing himself before self-help was even a thing. If they can stay positive through all of that, you can stay positive through traffic, emails, and that one coworker who breathes too loudly. Now here's your key takeaway. Positivity is not about pretending life is easy. It's about choosing a mindset that makes you stronger than your circumstances. Jordan chose belief, Kobe chose discipline, and Carnegie chose growth. So what will you choose? If these stories inspired you, make sure you like this episode, share it with someone who needs a mindset shift, and stream JengaPod on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Your support helps this message reach more people. Now to close, episode 3 is next, and is our final piece on the power of positivity, and it's a practical one. This one we're going to learn about the daily habits to be positive, the simple ways to stay positive, even when life is loud, messy, and unpredictable. Now this is the episode that will nail everything together. Having said so, this is JengaPod, and I'm your host, Godwin Silayo. Let's keep stacking, let's keep building, let's keep on rising. And thank you so much for tuning in, and see you on episode 3. Thank you.